Hello, hello, everyone. I'm just going to hang out here because I tried to schedule it like hours ago, and I don't know what I did. I tried to schedule it through my phone, and it says I had a scheduled live stream, but it wouldn't let me delete it. I mean, it wouldn't let me log into it. So here I am. I tried to, I don't know if you guys were able to see it, but I tried to schedule it in advance. And then when I just went in to find it so I can log in, it said I had nothing scheduled. So I don't know what happened. So I'm going to hang around and wait a little bit. It looks like we have 2 people in the house and a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, thumbs ups help. They help because it tells YouTube, hey, I like what I see. And then YouTube will suggest it more. So it helps for any channel. Anytime you give a channel a thumbs up, that's telling YouTube you like the content. So thank you for the thumbs ups. Yay! All right. I haven't been on live in quite some time, you guys. Hi, LaShundra, first time catching your live. Hello, online teacher dude. What's up? Yes, yes. I used to go live more often. You guys, I am trying to get on here live. Woohoo, Carla. Yeah, we're here. We're here. We're all in the house. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to let some people come in. I told you guys I was going to go live today to name my my new little puppet. And then I wanted to give away some cash money. Some cash money. Somebody's going to get a cash app. A cash app sent today live. I've been looking at the name suggestions from the post when I introduced this little dude. And it looks like I'm going to look again. I'm going to take a gander, shall we? And it looks like so far, there's one name that has had the most views, or the most likes. Okay. So how is everyone doing? Yes, love it. Money, money, money. So glad to know you. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. Oh, thank you, Sharon Forrest. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me, you guys. Ooh, there's been so much going on. All right. Jarrell Bibbs, you said you're doing great. That's good. Wonderful. I love it. All my blessed peoples out there. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. There's been, you guys, so much going on. Okay. If you guys haven't seen the last video, the one that said, I need help. Now, if you saw the title, you probably thought like, yeah, she needs help, but no. Yes, that's when I introduced my little dude here. And I was like, help me name him. So my last puppet, where is it? The last puppet that I invested in, which is like everyone's favorite. I have kids that ask, hey, can I see your puppet? Arnold. And Arnold was actually named by a former student of mine because I taught 5th grade, and one of my 5th graders on Instagram, I did an Instagram thing, and I was like, name my new friend on Instagram. And one of my former students from my 5th grade class that I taught, she suggested Arnold. And I was like, oh my gosh, he looks like an Arnold. So his name has always been Arnold based off of, and so then I was like, I love it because I wouldn't have thought of Arnold. I would have thought of, I don't know, like something made up, but he looks so much like an Arnold. So I was like, why not let the YouTube family name this one. So like this, I mean, the last time I bought a puppet was so long ago. And I was like, okay, yeah, I don't know. Something about the big-eyed puppets. I don't know. Do we have something in common? And so I thought I would just come to YouTube and let you guys help me name him. And then I can give out some cash money. You know, just, you know, if I had it, like if I was a millionaire, you, okay. So glad to know you. Okay, I read that one. Great. Yay. Hey, LaShundra, so happy to see you. Hey, Becky. I'm glad to see you too. Thank you, Jarrell. Thank you. I love it. I love you guys. You know, I love you guys. I love helping you guys. I love being transparent, letting you guys know what's going on, like what's really going on. You guys have probably, if you guys have been on YouTube lately and you surf between, you know, different channels, I'm telling you, like Outschool. I did a video on Outschool, a few videos on Outschool not too long ago. The first one I did was just kind of introducing you to like, wow, look, this is Outschool because a friend recommended it to me. And I was like, what is this? And then I got into it and I was like, ooh. It kind of feeds into me, into my, you know, natural teaching in the classroom. Like it filled in the gaps of what I was missing. And now I'm just like, any thoughts that I had of going back to the brick and mortar have like completely dissolved away. I'm sorry, but they've completely dissolved away because I got my fix through Outschool. Because through Outschool, you can teach whatever you want to teach. Okay, you can teach whatever you want to teach, and you still make your own schedule. Like it's the best of both worlds, and you don't have to say you wanted to transition to doing that. You know, I live in the United States. So for me, if I say I was doing full-time, so to speak, full-time on Outschool, then for me, it would be during like regular, you know, like probably like 7 a.m. in the morning, my time, my local time. So United States, 7 a.m. in the morning to generally like 5 p.m. is, you know, probably like the latest, 5, maybe 6 p.m. might be the latest that most of the kids will have class, anywhere in that time frame, in the summertime anyways. So in the summertime, you have like 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m. to just cram things in your schedule all summer long, however you want to do it. Now, even throughout the year, think about this. Those homeschoolers, those people that homeschool their kids and they want supplemental classes, or they want you to teach actual core subjects like math and, you know, social studies, language arts, they will go through Outschool. So if you wanted to do like core subjects, you know, the core subjects in school, hey, if you're comfortable with writing your curriculum, go to Outschool. And it's easy, you guys. It's easy. I'm going to do a video on it and show you exactly, like, because a lot of people are like, I love to teach, but I have no idea how to write a lesson plan. I will do a video on it. I know most people, I'm telling you, most people charge people to show this type of stuff. And I'm just like, you're really going to charge people to show them how to do like basic stuff? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to do a lesson. Can you do a video on how to pass the Cambly Kids demo? Wagner? Yes, I will. I've done a video. I posted my video on what I did to pass. And I'm going to talk about Cambly here in a minute too. But I posted my video on what I have done to pass. And when they responded back to me, the lady actually gave a personal response. She was like, I love your bubble idea. I haven't seen that before. That was so creative. And I was like approved for the Cambly Kids like in 24 hours. But that was back when Cambly Kids was still kind of new. You know, I have been just blessed in the area where a lot of these platforms that I have gotten on and just like really took off with, I was there in the new stages, you know, in the new beginnings. And so I can't tell you that it's going to be as quick or as typical as my journey has been, because Cambly Kids is relatively new. Cambly itself has been around for a while, but they opened up the kids platform like what? I think it's only been a year. It's only been out for 1 year for the kids platform. So that's still fairly new stomping ground. And so they have grown the Cambly Kids platform so quick. And I will definitely do another video, a refresher based off of all my experiences. And I know what parents are looking for, because I get so many, I'm not bragging or anything, but I do get a lot of messages from parents that I don't know how they've, some of them say they actually found me on YouTube. They say, hey, I saw you on YouTube. I want my kid to take your classes. And some of them, I don't know how they found me. A friend. These parents, you know, just like we have pages like teacher pages on Facebook and whatever social media, these parents have their own pages for like parents. You know, Cambly parents, I'm sure they have their own social media groups. And so they will share tutors out. They will share, you know, hey, this tutor was terrible. They probably even show screenshots and snippets. You know, if you have been in the teaching online world for any period of time, you probably have seen a camera come out from the side where they're kind of recording you. And they've probably shared snippets of us teaching on their little parent communities. And they're either saying this tutor is great or this tutor, no, avoid, blah, 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 blah. Or has anyone, you know, just like, you know, what we would do as teachers, has anyone experienced this before in the classroom? I'm sure they would do it as parents too. And I am confident that I have a good reputation, because I'm steady getting messages of people saying, when are you opening your class? I would love to take classes with you. And I'm just like, I don't like, my time is like very limited on Cambly Kids now, because I've added on Outschool, but I would love to refer them to other teachers that have availability. Just, hey, this teacher, I can refer them to you. Let's see. Cambly is blowing up. Yes, Becky, it is. You added certification to your TESOL. Yes, Cambly is blowing up. It is blowing up. And I'm meeting not only just Cambly Kids, but adult learners as well. And a lot of them have seen me on YouTube. They've seen me on YouTube. I guess they're searching, trying to practice English for free on YouTube. And then when they see a tutor that they like, and they say, hey, this tutor is on Cambly, I want to see about that tutor. I always hear camera on Cambly, and I was told that I was highlighted. Yes, Carla. You know, a lot of teachers have been telling me, well, not telling me, but on the Cambly group on Facebook, I've seen a lot of teachers say, most of them don't like it though. They're like, I was told that I was highlighted on this video and blah, 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 blah. I don't appreciate being used for Cambly marketing without my, I mean, and these people that are posting it, you know how on my videos, how I cover up the faces and I cover up the profile name to, you know, the only thing you hear is me saying their name, but you can't actually see their profile name and you don't see their faces because I cover that up. Oh, no. When the clients record us as tutors, that is one downside. If you're not down with that, they don't cover us up. They put everything on blast. Everything is there on social media for everyone's viewing pleasure. And there's really nothing you can do about it as the tutor, because they put it in the contract that by signing the contract, you basically sign your rights of your social media privacy, so to speak. Like, you know, your personal, like personal information cannot be shared. That cannot be shared. But, you know, as far as your profile, tutor name, and you know, the services that you are offering at that time on camera to the student, that's being shared and you have no say so over it. If they want to share it, they can share it. They can use it for marketing. They can use it for educational purposes. I'm hoping they would never use any of my conversations as a don't do type video, type of educational purpose, but they can use your sessions for educational purposes. The students have the right to post sessions that you have with them. They can do that. And for Cambly, it's like it brings more people to Cambly because it's the students sharing their, their experiences. So Carlo, you said it's positive free marketing. Yeah, for me it works because I've gotten so many people. Just what's today? Saturday. Yeah, on the 4th of July, I did some classes, and most of my classes were adults. So I was like, we're not doing anything until later, so I can, I'll take some classes. So, and I had opened up my schedule and I had a full 3 hours back to back scheduled, and most of them were adults. And one of them was a woman that said that she follows me on YouTube and she watched my YouTube videos and she just wanted to have a session with me and meet in person. And that was like the quickest 30 minutes ever in life. We were just laughing and chatting and, and then boop, time ran out. Can Dada post video of us without permission? That's a good question. Yeah, pretty much they could, because if I'm remembering the contract, it says that basically us teaching on their platform, because we're contractors, but we're using their platform, their clients, us teaching on their platform makes it intellectually their property. It belongs to them. It doesn't belong to us. So, I mean, I think that they should at least give bonus or something and say, hey, you know what? We're going to use you for marketing. So here's some extra money for those students that you're going to bring our way because we think you are marvelous. But they don't, because intellectually, your presence on their platform is their property. And that's how they word it in their contracts. And that's how Cambly has worded it. So something real quick about Cambly. We're going to name you. Patience. We're going to name you, okay? We're at 15 people. I see 15 people in the room. So we're going to go through the name. I'm just trying to get more people in the room. So hopefully the winner of the name game is in the room. Since you guys didn't get much of a heads up, because I don't know if you guys saw, I tried to schedule it, but I don't know. It must be me, because I see plenty of YouTubers schedule live chats. But when I tried to schedule it, it said it was scheduled. But then when I went in to enter the room, it said nothing was scheduled. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because if I schedule through my phone, if I have to log in through my phone, or I don't know. I don't know. But let me touch on that, what you said about can Dada post videos of us without permission, and what I touched on when I said Cambly can and the students can. Cambly actually reached out and contacted me. I was looking through my emails and I was going to erase it because I thought it was just Cambly emails you when you have reservations. So if someone reserves your time or they request your time to be reserved, then you get an email notification. And so I get tons of those. So I just erase those every time I get them. So I'm like, okay, I don't need tons of these piling up in my email. So I was getting ready to erase it, but this one, the subject line was different. It said Cambly feedback. Cambly feedback. And I'm going to read to you. Let me find it. They actually told me basically that, and it's weird. They gave me Cambly feedback. It wasn't bad feedback. It was something I didn't want to hear, but it wasn't bad feedback. But they gave me feedback, and then like the next day, they're like, hey, why don't you refer some teachers for Cambly Kid? And I'm just like, really? Okay. I'm trying to find it. I have to go through here, and messages are popping up, and I don't have my glasses on. Aha, here we go. I was just about to give up. Okay. Here we go, you guys. This was the Cambly feedback that I got. Hi, LaShundra. Thanks for choosing to help English learners around the world on Cambly. We really appreciate you, and so do your students. To help tutors improve their craft, Cambly periodically reviews sessions and gives advice that can help boost a tutor's ratings, and sometimes to ensure tutors are following Cambly's guidelines and policies. Here's some advice based on one or more of your recent sessions. You ready for this? It appears that you are recording some of your Cambly sessions and sharing them on YouTube. Cambly understands that tutors want to promote themselves to acquire more students or to just showcase their English tutoring skills. However, in order to protect the students' privacy, tutors should refrain from recording sessions or sharing student information or screenshots of the classroom, even if you have the student's permission. I see you have the faces covered, but it's still in violation of our policy. We are asking you to remove these videos from YouTube or any other online website. And then this is the email, and they showed the screenshots. Don't mind my nose, you guys. They showed the screenshots. They gave me 3 screenshots. So I'm just like, okay. Yes, I did have permission. That was one. But they said even without permission, they want to protect their privacy. So, okay, that's confusing. But okay. Number 2, even with permission, because I know about privacy, I still covered their faces. But they said even though their faces are covered. Okay, so their faces are covered. I had permission. And so they want me to remove them because it's in violation of their policy. Now, I read through the contract, you know, the contracts that they give out, the whole contract, all the little fine print. I read through everything in the contract, and I didn't find anything saying that says tutors cannot share any of that. And then it does say there's a link saying, click here to look at the privacy policy. I clicked that link and it went to oh no, this page does not exist. And I screenshot it and sent it on. I was like, I can't see your privacy policy because it does not exist, but I'm not going to fight it because also in their contract, see, that's why they get these contracts, because they're binding. And when you read them and sign them, that means you agree to them. So sadly, you guys, the ones that I show examples of my students, and even though I covered their faces, I'm going to have to take those down, because although I could not find it in their contract that I could not share it, but that they can definitely share me. They can, you know, they can record me out and share me and do whatever they please, because that's Cambly property. I can't do the same, even though I've covered up all the faces and their account. You know, I cover up the account names and everything. I cover all that up. They said they still don't want it on there. So I'm going to have to take those down, because in their contract, it does say that by signing the contract, we agree to comply if we're asked to do something. If they ask us to do something such as what they did, then by me signing the contract, that means I'm not going to argue. I'm going to just do it, or I am in violation of my contract. So that's how, even if it's not really in the privacy policy, they didn't say anything about, you know, terminating my contract. They just asked, would I please take them down? So I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to take the stuff down that I'm actually showing faces. So anything that I do regarding Cambly videos would be just kind of like how I do Outschool, because Outschool was very clear in their contract. I read through it. By no means whatsoever are you to record the classroom. You can't even cover the faces. They don't even want to hear the little kids' voices on the videos. They don't want any of that. And they were very clear about that, and I respect that. And that's why on my Outschool videos, you only see me. You see me teaching. You don't see the screen. You don't hear their little voices. You just see me. And I understood that because I read my contract. with Dada. I read my contract. I got written permission. It said I had to get written permission from Dada. I got written permission to share everything that I had shared when I was with Dada. I got written permission to share that. And the one video that I did not cover a child's face, I had gotten written permission that I didn't have to. They said it was a wonderful idea. The mother was right on board because she loved me. She said I was awesome. Written permission. Cambly's contract is vague, but they protect themselves by saying, if we ask you to do something, you agree that you're going to do that to comply by what we're asking you to do. So I'm going to have to take those down. So I'm going to take those down this week. I'm trying to, give you guys some time. I know a lot of people are like, these are great examples. Those examples won't be there anymore. I have to take them down. So I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't want to just do it cold turkey. So I wanted to do it during this live event. All right. On up from that. So we're going to go ahead. Now going to the last video where I asked for naming Ozzy. Hold on. Julie Hernandez, if you're still there, hello. Sai, I hope I said that right. Oh yeah, I already read your question. Thea Brabson, you are truly marvelous. Thank you, darling. You are the marvelous one. Thank you. Tabello, tuned in from South Africa. Yes. Hello. Welcome. And then Sai said, you're from the UK. All right. I love it. See, this is why I love you too. I love you guys from all over the world. All right, let's get down to it. Who's getting money? It looks like you guys, the ones who had voted Ozzy. Ozzy got the most votes. Ozzy got 5 votes from Yashira Lindsay. Is Yashira on the line? So yeah, I don't know if you guys can't see that. It's blurry. No. Okay. Oh, it just went in. There we go. Ozzy had gotten 5. And let's see who was second place. We had some that had gotten 3. We have Moody Blue Skies said Moody Blue. That had gotten 3 votes. I don't know. Ozzy, Moody Blue. We have, what else? Fluffsy. that had gotten 3 votes. And yeah, looks like, are there more? I think that's it. Those have gotten the most. Moody Blue and Fluffsy got the most votes. So yeah, Moody Blue, Fluffsy. So it looks like Moody Blue, Fluffsy, and Ozzy. But Ozzy had gotten the most votes, and I don't know if she's here. I don't know if she's here in the room right now. I don't think she is. But I would love to cash app that $20. I'll type the name in the chat. So what do you guys think? You guys think that he looks like an Ozzy? I haven't attached the sticks for arms yet, but I did do a puppet class on Outschool. I did another one. So that was my 3rd one. I have been getting requests for more puppet classes. The parents are loving it. And every time I do it, I get all 5-star reviews. So I'm having fun doing it. So it's 30 minutes of just us talking and playing, and I bust out the puppets. I even bring toys. I even had Darth Potato. I had Darth Potato come, and Darth Potato was saying that he was everybody's father. And then lo and behold, one of the kids in the class had like a baby Spud that was dressed up like Darth Potato. So then they were talking, and it was like, son, father. It was hilarious. I mean, you can't script that type of stuff. You cannot write that in a script. So I've been having fun with the puppets class. I've just been calling him Blue Thing, Blue Monster, Blue Thing. And so now he has a name. His name is Ozzy. And so, you know, since his name is Ozzy, I guess his favorite music would be rock and roll, right? What do you think? Yeah. You think so? All right, so we have a name. I'm going to type her name in the chat. Do you guys have any other questions? Any questions for me about anything? I know you guys are probably, for the Cambly fans out there, you guys are probably bummed about me having to take down the videos. I'm always really careful about how I post things. That's why I read those contracts. Lo, hi Lo, what's up? How are you doing? So yeah, I always read those contracts to make sure that everything I do complies. Where's the person's name? Ah, here we go. All right, so the winner that named Ozzy, her name is, I'm very bummed. I always learn so much from your videos. By the way, where did you get Ozzy? Amazon. I'm bummed too, Becky. I was just like, really? How are my videos, like, how are my videos hurting anyone? You know, like my students that don't want to be on YouTube, I don't put them on YouTube. Teachers, I have interviewed, you guys have only seen what? 2 teachers? Erlene and Harry, right? Erlene and Harry, those are the only 2. I've been talking to many teachers on Cambly. I have talked to so many teachers that use their 15 minutes on Cambly to talk to me, you know, to get, you know, some of them just wanted to just chat for 15 minutes, you know, like a person to person kind of chat. Most of them actually had questions and they kind of wanted to get some insight information before they really dig into it. And they didn't want to be on YouTube. They were kind of like, oh no, I don't want to be on YouTube. And I didn't put them on YouTube. Like, I respect everybody's privacy. If you don't want to be on YouTube, I'm not going to put you on YouTube. Even if, you know, even if you're covered up, if you don't want to be on YouTube, I'm not going to put you on YouTube. But the customers, the clients, they can put us on. And we can't say, take that down. I didn't give you permission to do that. Because in our contract, it says that it's intellectual property and they can do that. So, Carla, yes. Oh, we did chat. We did. I think, yeah. Yeah. I meet so many people. So many people. Let's see. Yeah. Shira. Lindsay. I don't think she's in the room. But I'm going to at her. You are the winner. Woohoo. Yeah, so that's who won. That's who named Ozzy. And I guess everybody liked Ozzy because I got so many thumbs up. Bloop, 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 bloop. And so I wish more people were to vote. There were some really good names. I was like, oh my gosh, should he have a middle name? Should I give him like 2, 3 names? Like Ozzy, what was the second place? Ozzy Moody. What was the other one? Maybe I'll do like a middle name. You know, there's another one. Where is it? Now I can't find it because I'm looking for it. Fluffsy. Ozzy Moody Fluffsy. I was like, oh my gosh, what? They sound so good. But yes, Ozzy. Ozzy would definitely be his first name. Gina, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Nothing? You guys are quiet. The chat's been moving slow. I know it's late, you guys. I'm sorry. And depending on your time zone, I don't know. It could be like really early for you. midday and you're just busy because it's Monday, maybe. And some of you are like, oh, I'm about to go turn in for the night. You guys, I'm so sorry. Earlier today was just crazy. It was Sunday, so it was like chill day in my house after church. And we've been having church online. So we have church online, and then we just kind of just hang out. And then I like to clean. And how is Powfish going? Oh, it's 3 a.m. Oh, in the UK, it's 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, that's why. That's why. That's why it's so slow in here. Because I know I have a lot of UK people. You must have insomnia, Sai Sai. It's 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. You know what? I appreciate you guys. You guys could be like Netflixing it up, and you guys are here with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. 9 p.m. in Texas. Yeah, okay. I'm in Oklahoma, Julie. We're on the same time zone. Becky, how is Powfish? Oh my goodness, I'm barely on there. Barely. I get messages from other teachers all the time, and so I have to be mindful to check. Be like, I haven't logged into Powfish recently. Let me log in, and then I'll have like 5 teacher messages. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry for the delay. Please email me. And so I'm barely on Powfish. I have gotten messages from students like out the blue. And some of them have said they've seen me on YouTube. And, you know, these are Asian students. So I'm thinking they have because, you know, they can't access YouTube regularly like we can. But if they have a VPN and they can bypass all the government restrictions, they can get on. They can, you know, get on Google, Facebook, YouTube, whatever they want, because they have their own VPN. So I'm guessing that these students with VPNs are watching YouTube. I've had some people on Powfish, Asian students, actually message me, hi teacher, I saw you on YouTube. I want you to teach me. Can you open some slots for Powfish Kids? And I'm like, oh, I'm not on there. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not on official kids. I'm just not. They have, you know, minimum requirements, and they wouldn't even let me do it if I wanted to, because when I went in, and since it's all self-recording, I was just like, okay. And I was playing around in there, and I don't know, I did something and locked myself out. And I messaged them, and they were just saying, oh, just reschedule another time and you can do it some other time. And then when I went back, they were just like, oh no, you're not eligible anymore. And I was like, wait, what? So they won't even open it up if I wanted to. But I don't teach the official Powfish Kids. I did go through it one time to see what it looks like. And, you know, I think I can get a recording, because I was going through the slides. I went through all the slides. I did a run through the slides to see what it looks like. But I guess once you go in and you don't do the interview, but you go look through the slides, if you don't do the interview within a certain period of time, then it disqualifies you. And so I didn't do that. Months had passed by and I was disqualified. So, oh well, I'm barely on there. Becky, you said, which platforms am I mostly on? Hold on. Gina, you said, could you do more videos teaching how we can work with online group classes? Yes, I would love to, Gina. That is my favorite thing to do. Online group classes. I actually prefer it more than one-on-one, but I guess on certain platforms. I don't like doing it on platforms where you feel rushed. Like, I'm just going to just put it out there. Like, for example, like Magic Ears. They hired me, and then I went through, because I did the demo, I did the mock, I did the demo, I did the mock class, passed all that, got an email, and they were like, okay, now start your training. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I want to do this anymore, because it's group classes, but everything is so just, you have to do it this way. You have to do this, and I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, I like my freedom to kind of make it my own. I mean, of course you have your own teaching style, so to speak, but you still have to bring it the way they tell you to bring it. But as far as like, I'm on WeTalk. I do many group classes on WeTalk. Many, many, many. It's just so difficult to edit most of my WeTalk videos to show you guys, simply because I have so many students sometimes in a class, and I'm moving the tiles, you know, the little places each student is in their own tile. And so I move them around and play games and stuff. And I'm just like, when I edit, I would have to actually go frame by frame and follow. It's, you guys, I wish I had someone else to edit my videos. You know, when I'm like a big time YouTuber, like 100,000 subs, I'm going to just outsource that to someone else. I'm going to just create the content and be like, here you go. Could you please block these faces for me? Because I don't like doing it. It's so time consuming. Now, the videos where they're not moving and they stay in one place, that's easy to do. But when I have stuff moving around and I have to block this and block that and move it over here, and oh my gosh. But yes, I would do many videos on group classes because I love it. I do it on Outschool. I do it on WeTalk. And then in my private teaching, I've been doing it on Zoom. I don't have many private students because I don't know. I don't know. I think more people are so they're more comfortable going with the organization than going with a person. I don't know. I guess because with the organization, if you're not happy with that person, you can just report it and get a new person. That's the only thing I could think of. So it's been kind of slow with my private tutoring or teaching. Becky, I'm on WeTalk. I took like a month and a half off of Cambly, almost 2 months. I took all of May, no Cambly for whatsoever in May. And then the first 2.5 weeks of June, no Cambly. I didn't do that either. So I was just Outschool. But I just opened up, but my availability on Cambly is like Saturday, 3 hours, Monday, 3 hours, 1 hour on Wednesday, 1 hour on Thursday, and all the rest of that is WeTalk and Outschool, really. WeTalk, Outschool, and Cambly, and then my own personal things. And then you guys know I have my business and I'm writing books. And someone actually contacted me to contract me to be a ghostwriter for them. They want me to ghostwrite their book. So I was hired on Cambly. I was really nervous to start. What advice do you have on starting your first session? Okay, so Lo, you haven't started yet. So you're hired and you said you was really nervous, so you haven't taught your first class yet. Or have you? Yes, no, maybe so. But okay, first class. I'm going to tell you because I was nervous too. Because just the idea of teaching adults made me break out in a cold sweat. I was like, oh my gosh, they're so judgmental. What if they don't like me? Okay, Lo, you haven't started yet. Okay. I got you. Okay, so here's what you do. Imagine you're talking to your cousin, aunt, uncle, friend, some relative. First, imagine that. And then come up with, this is what I did to get me started. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not really much. You guys don't know this, but I am not much of a small talker. I just don't. I don't do the small talk very well. If I have to do a lot of small talk, there's a strong possibility I will become socially awkward. So if you're anything like me, I got you, Lo. I got you. Okay. I actually looked online and I found icebreaker questions. Now, I will give you, do not Repeat, if you want to stand out and be like the tutor of the year, Lo, do not ask them, so what work do you do, right off the bat. Don't ask them, what do they do. Don't ask them, so do you work or are you a student, right off the bat. Don't do that, because all the other tutors do that. Well, not all, because there's some, I know there's a lot of Cambly people in here, but what I'm saying is it's common. If it's not their first time on Cambly and they just shop around and bounce around tutor to tutor, that's the one complaint I hear a lot of students give. And they're just like, I am tired of answering the same questions over and over and over again. Tired of it. So they never really get to have a meaningful conversation, because they spend their 30 or 15, whatever, so sometimes 5. They spend all the minutes that they have answering the same repetitive questions over and over. So think outside the box with other types of icebreakers. So I always start off, even though it's on my profile, most of them don't read the profile. I start off with, hello, my name is Lala. What is your name? Sometimes their name is on their profile, but I don't know how they say it, because it could be a name that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to ask them anyways. So what is your name? Or I would say, I see Danielle. Daniela, is that your name? Do you go by Danielle? Daniela? And they say, oh, yes, this is this. And then if it's a common name, I was like, oh, you know, I know a few people with that name. Wonderful. Just I compliment them on their name. Then I go into, I take them like somewhere else. I don't do the classic, where are you from? Because most of the time on their profile is going to say where they are from. So I don't even go that route. I tell them where I'm from, and then I go straight to, oh, how is the weather where you're at? It is very hot here, or it rained here. Then they'll talk about the weather, because you know the weather most likely is not the same every day. Get them talking. Ask them questions, Lo, that gets them to really think about themselves. Get them to talk about themselves, because that's what they want to do. They want to be able to communicate fluently. You know, they want to be able to communicate outside of the elementary. What's your name? How old are you? Where are you from? Are you happy today? I mean, of course, we wouldn't talk to adults like that, but you know what I mean. They want to kind of open-ended questions. Yeah, open-ended questions. But outside of the everyday, you know, like, where are you from? It'll make you stand out. It will make them remember you. So just I go to the weather, and then I say, hey, have you been to, you know, wherever you're from, Lo? For me, I say, have you ever been to Oklahoma? Most of the time. I've never had one that said yes. They'll say, if they know about the United States geography, I've been to Texas. Is Texas? I'm like, yes, Texas is just below us. So Texas is south of Oklahoma. So we're like right here. And I even bust out the map. I have a little handheld map, you know, outside of these. I have my map here. I have a big one on the wall next to me, but I just show them this one. And I'm like, yeah, so Texas is right here, and I live here. What other places have you been to in the United States? And then if they've never been, you know, then scratch that. I was like, okay, so if you can go anywhere you want to go, anywhere, where would you go? And then get them talking. I said, why? Okay. Have you been to many countries? Get them talking about that. Get them talking about that. And then you can even say, so I see you're from, you know, whatever it says they're from. Or if it doesn't really say, you can say, oh, so where are you from? Okay. Do you have a lot of family there? Is your family really big? And they can talk about their family. Do that. Now, Lo, the examples I just gave you, that's for somebody that's moderately, you know, moderately okay with speaking English. You may get someone who just, like, they really are on that kindergarten level of English. Now, I'm not trying to be offensive when I say kindergarten level. I mean like basic, very basic vocabulary. And that's okay. Test the waters and see where they're at. Don't just assume. Don't assume they're high and don't assume that they don't know anything. Test the waters. It took you 1 day to get hired. Ooh, all right. I don't know why I don't know. I think it might be whoever does the hiring, however many people. Sometimes I think it depends on who sees it. I don't know if they assign, like, you get these and you get these and you get that. I don't know. I wish when I find out how the hiring process really goes behind the scenes, I would definitely share with you guys. Some people say it's been a couple of days. I've had some people say it's been like a month or two and they haven't heard anything whatsoever. They haven't even heard a no thank you. I'm just like, and there's some people that say after a few weeks they got accepted. So congratulations, Lo, that you got it in 1 day. You might have people asking you, what did you do? How did you get it in 1 day? How many days to get? Oh, new TV. Okay. That you were okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying, you said you've been waiting for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why some people are getting it in like a few days, a day or 2 or 3 or 4, and some people are waiting weeks. Some people are waiting months. I don't know. It makes me wonder if it's who they assigned it to. It really makes me wonder. For me, I started way back in January of 2019, and it took, I think, 3 days. I think it took like 3 days for them to get back to me. It took about 3 days. So I don't know. It's the same with Outschool. Some people on Outschool, they hear back really quick. Some people, it takes weeks. Some people get hired their first time. Some people, they had to apply 5 times before they got hired. I'm like, I really think that it depends on who picks up the case. I don't know. I don't know what else to call it. Let's see. Have you ever worked for 5-1 Talk? No, I haven't. Tabello, back in 2017, I interviewed for 5-1 Talk and they hired me like on the spot and I never started. She asked me if I would be able to teach. She said, hey, with your experience, we would like for you to teach our group classes. I said, oh, I didn't know you had group classes. She said, we would like for you to teach our group classes. And at the time, I think they offered it to me for $17 an hour. Somewhere between $15 and $17 an hour. I know whatever it was, I didn't really like that. I was like, group classes for 15, 17? For me, like for, I don't know about your situation. That could be wonderful for you, Tabello. I don't know. But for me, I was just like, not for 17, not 15, 17, no. And so I didn't accept. I declined and actually went with Dada instead. So it was between 5-1 Talk and Dada at the time. And I actually turned down 5-1 Talk and went with Dada. So I never proceeded with 5-1 Talk. So I don't have any inside information about that, Tabello. I'm sorry. Have you heard about Education First? Sai is asking me. I've heard about it, but beyond that, I don't know what to tell you. I've just heard about it. Some people have mentioned it to me, like, you should try Education First. I'm just like, I don't have room to try anything else right now. I can't. But it's been mentioned to me, but I don't know anything about the ins and outs of Education First. How many days to get hired on Cambly? Okay. You already got that answered. All right, Lo. Oh, looks like I have another one down here. Oh, you did your application video in your classroom. That probably was really appealing, Lo. They were like, yes, a teacher. Yes. Do they accept non-native speakers? Alec, are you saying, or Alec? I don't know if it's Alec. Maybe it's Alec. You're talking about Cambly? Does Cambly accept non-native speakers? Yes, but as native speakers. I don't know if that makes sense. They do accept non-native speakers. But when you submit your application and then you do your video, they don't do a person-to-person interview. You do a video submission. So you record yourself and you submit your video. And so they're going to look at everything. They're going to look at your credentials. I mean, you don't even need experience. You can be 18 right out of high school. So when I say credentials, they're not going to be like, oh, you don't have teaching experience. You don't have a degree. They don't really care about that. But it's a business. So if they see, say they had, I don't know, I'm just going to make something up. Say they was like, okay, this week we're going to hire 100 people. I don't know. I'm just making something up. And they had like 300 applicants, but they're only going to fill up 100 spots. They're going to fill up the spots with the people that make the company the most appealing. You know, you see what I mean? So the people that do have the credentials, even though you don't have to have them, the people that do have the credentials, the people that do have the experience, they're going to be like, okay, well, this person has this. So since we only have this amount of spots available right now, we're going to put these people on the waiting list. We're going to go ahead and accept these tutors. You see what I mean? As far as you being a non-native speaker, when they look at your video submission, they're going to look at your pronunciation. They're going to look at your video, your presentation on camera, because you're going to be on camera. They're going to look at, you know, the lighting. Is it a well lit up place? You don't want to do it in like some dark, you know, hard to see area where you look like a shadow and you have all these shadows behind you. They want you to do it. You don't have to create a background like me. I teach kids. That's why I have a background. But if you're just wanting to do it with adults, there's adults who do it on a blank wall or they have a bookshelf behind them. You know, you just don't want to do it where your bed is behind you. Something that's completely unprofessional. They're going to look for that. They're going to look, okay, how is this person appearing on camera? What did they choose for their environment? You want to have a quiet environment. You want to be professional, but you don't have to, you know, spend money on anything like this. They're going to look at they're going to listen for your speech. If you have a really thick accent, wherever you're from, if your accent is very thick, most likely you're going to be disqualified because it's probably going to make it difficult for tutors to pick up, because they want to learn, a lot of them want to learn English either with the like a British accent. Some of them prefer tutors that have more of a British accent because they are looking to travel in that part of the world, or they just think it sounds better. And some of them are looking for the more bland, I'm just going to say bland, American accent. And so they're going to look at your pronunciation and your accent. Mew TV, hopefully they get to you soon. Hopefully, I mean, I wish there was a way that you could check on that. Only thing I can think of is, I don't even know if there's an email. Let me see. I'm going to log into my Cambly account and see if there's an email. Because I don't think, because sending them emails and they apply, like once you're approved, then you just talk to the support desk. But if you're in the process of being approved, you know, instead of emails, if you have Facebook, they have a Facebook page for people that want to be a tutor. So if you find the official Cambly Facebook page, then you could probably message them there because they monitor, you know, their own Facebook page. And maybe, I don't know. They don't really tell us as tutors much of anything. I really don't know how we can. You said you have a TEFL and a TESOL. So you have a TEFL, a TESOL, and it's just taking 2 weeks. Well, then I guess it will all boil down to how you filled out. I did a video like wording on how you fill it out would make a big difference. How you word things and your video presence. Hello, LaShundra. Psychedelic Skull. Psychedelic Skull. Hello, LaShundra. Do you know of any platform in which I can teach without a title or degree? I speak fluent English and Spanish. Thanks for all the info you put out there. Cambly. Cambly. I mean, I don't know if pay is a big issue for you, Psychedelic Skull. $10 an hour. It's 10, 20. $10.20 an hour. I mean, it adds up. Depending on how many hours you have available, where you live, is that doable? Where I live in Oklahoma, I'm in Oklahoma in the United States, and that's doable. Like for me, where I live, cost of living is not high here, but $10 an hour, if I was doing that as a main income in like California, New York, no, it's not like unless if you have roommates and other people that you live with, then it's not really a reliable income because you'd have to work all day. You probably have to work 10-hour days, 10, 12-hour days to make enough to live off of if that's your only source of income. I mean, cost of living there is a whole lot more expensive. Unless if you live in like the outskirts, like in the rural areas somewhere. But Psychedelic Skull, Cambly, they have on their platform, you can even teach Spanish. You can put on your profile that you are fluent in Spanish, that you are fluent in English. And there will be people like me. I've been thinking about taking courses on Cambly when I have time to be consistent. And you guys, I understand these people on Cambly. My Spanish, I have been like practicing on my own using Duolingo. And I am so scared to talk to other people in Spanish. When I go to like a supermarket, or where I live in Oklahoma, we have an Asian district and we have a Hispanic district. Like really, there's the Asian markets, and there's an Asian grocery store, Asian cafes. And then we have another district on another side of town where it's everything, like the signs and everything are in Spanish. We have a Hispanic district. And so when I'm, in either district, I don't know any Chinese. The little bit of Chinese I did know, I threw it away because I got laughed at because I said something wrong. And to this day, I don't know what I said, but I got laughed at. And I was just so ashamed that I just stopped speaking Chinese. I was just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And then I put all my energy into learning Spanish. And my Spanish is, I'm not going to say it's horrible, but I forget a lot of basic vocabulary. And native English speakers like myself, or either anybody that's looking to pick up Spanish as a second language, would do it. They could do it on Cambly. I can actually buy a package and learn Spanish on Cambly from someone like you, Psychedelic Skull. So Cambly would be a really good platform for you if you're able to get on board. But yeah, I'm really trying to learn Spanish. I'm just so ashamed to talk to someone in Spanish because it just makes me shy. Are you using special lighting for your videos? No. I actually have, I do have a ring light, but it's not on right now. I mostly do that from when I'm in a different part of my house. When I'm in my office, I just have my ceiling light, which is just regular. And I would say your lighting in your space, you know how the light bulbs, how they give you the option of using yellow light and the white light. I suggest they have like that daytime light, daylight, like the really bright bulbs, like, oh, my eyes. I would suggest using the daylight light bulbs, and it will make the biggest difference. I have just my ceiling light, and then I have, I would twist my camera around, but my camera is I'll just twist the whole, maybe if I can, I don't know. I don't want to disconnect anything, but let's see. Can you see it? There we go. I just have one of those little light stands here. These ones. The one that has this, And then at the top, it has another light at the top. So I just use that. I'm back. I just use that. I don't use anything special. Some people use a desk lamp. So for me, in this room, the ceiling light, and at the top has a light like this, and then it has the one light that goes like this. And I think it costed me $15, $20 at Walmart. I had bought it like ages ago. $20 at Walmart. And I used the what bulb is that? I don't know what this bulb is called. I'll show you. Is it hot? It's kind of hot. If I can twist it up. I'm going to use you, Arnold. I'm going to twist out my bulb just for you and show you. All right. So I just turned it off. So you can probably tell that my lighting is not as vibrant. This is the bulb that I use. I don't have my glasses on, you guys. Hey, I'm almost 40. My eyes. Well, whatever. It's an LED lamp. Okay, it's not hot. It's one of these types of bulbs. I put this in my lamp. And so I don't know if you would consider this special lighting. Oh, well, thank you, Lo. I'm glad it's very clear. So see, without it, this is, you know, you can see me clearly, but it's not like as bright as I would like it. But when I put this in, game changer. So the top one that goes like this is just a regular light bulb. But then the one that you know, tilts over like this, I use this bulb. And it makes the biggest difference. So I'll show you when I screw it back in. So you just saw it without the bulb. So without, with it. So it just gives me just more of a vibrant glow. Oh, Mew TV, you saw my profile video on Cambly. Yay! Marcy TV, thanks to your videos because they have been helpful in my research. I'm so glad, Marcy. Marcy's vids. I'm so glad. I don't know if you were here earlier. Cambly asked me to take down the ones that I'm actually showing. I'm not showing the students. They're not being shown. Their faces are covered, their names are covered, but Cambly has asked me if I would please, they asked me nicely, they said, we're asking that you please remove them. So I'm just like, I was just giving people examples of, because all the other videos out there, you know what I really think it is? The real talk. I think they just don't want people to see how the class is set up, because I say this because all the other, I'm pretty sure my profile is the only profile, the only channel on YouTube where you can actually see what the class looks like. Because the other, like even when the student posts the classes, you don't see the actual slides. You just see the teacher and the student like side by side like this. You just see their faces talking. You don't see any of the material. You just see the faces. And I think that's what it is. They didn't say that, but I think they just don't want people to see what the classroom looks like if you're not in the classroom, which to me, in my opinion, I think it does a disservice, because you know, it's not like I'm revealing secrets. Anybody that works for Cambly, I mean, it's not like a special classroom. It's just some slides. It's just some slides. But anybody can work for Cambly to see what the slides look like and then just quit if they're trying to keep it a secret. I don't know. But that's just my personal opinion. I think they're trying to keep the look of the classroom like a secret. Okay. All right, whatever. But I mean, hey, it's not my business. I'm just a contractor. So I will take them down. Only the ones where I'm showing the actual classroom. I'll take those down. Let's see. I think I missed some up here. What else? You'd have to apply the bravery your students have when they talk to you if you try Spanish. Yes, I know. I know, psychedelics go. That's why I'm saying I understand. I completely understand how they feel when they're just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When they're so apprehensive to speak, because I freeze when I come across a word that I'm not sure of. I'm just like, oh my gosh, now I look dumb. I just look, and I don't know. I really want to just start over. And although I know a lot of the basics, like the foods, family members, I want to kind of start over, like a notch above colors and numbers. If I can start, like, I don't know what that would be. I'm going to start like from lesson 3 and up. I don't know. I understand how they feel, and that, you have to be brave. Plus, more Spanish speakers are friendly and they won't judge you harshly, I think. Well, maybe if you get on Cambly, maybe I'll take some classes with you, Psychedelic Scope. I would take classes with you. Since you know me, I'm scared. Hello, is it King Tong Tin? I probably tore that up. Hello. Lo, did the lighting information I gave you, did that help you? I mean, and that light bulb that I put in there, that LED lamp light, the light bulb was kind of expensive. I think it cost, I mean, when I say expensive, I mean for a light bulb. The one light bulb, I think it was like $8. It was like $8 or $10 for one light bulb. But that light bulb has lasted months. Like, I've had that light bulb in there since November of 2019. And sometimes I forget and I leave it on all night, all day. And I'm like, oh, I left my light on. When I'm not in here, I forget and I leave it on. I'll turn the big light off by the switch. And I forget to turn the lamp off. And the lamp is just illuminating the room. But it lasts a long time. So it's well worth it. So get a lamp, like some type of a lamp that has this type of a lighting, and get one of the LED lamps and put in there, and you will see it makes a big difference. Do you aim both lights at you? No, I don't aim it at me. It'll burn my eyeballs out. It's too bright. I have TL. One light's like this, and it's just aimed up. Then I have my ceiling light, just the regular globe light that's up in the ceiling. It's a covered light that's in the ceiling. And then the one where the lamp is like this, I have a lamp that's like this. This is the top, and this is the side one. It's not shining at me like this. It literally just shines down. And just by it shining down, and it's behind my computer. It's behind me, but it casts enough light to where it's perfect, because if it was shining like right on the computer, it'll look weird. Like there's like this light spot. See, let me see. Ooh, that's shining on me. If I shine it on me, then it kind of creates this shadow. I don't know. Was that shadow there? The little, did I have shadow puppet? Hello. I can do some shadows. It kind of creates some shadows for me in the background if I shine it on me. You see my little shadow puppet? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But and my eyeballs are burning right now, so I'm going to face it back down this way. So I don't shine it on me. I just have it facing down, and it does what it does. But I'll tell you, the little lampshade part, that covers the light bulb. It's the white kind of transparent lampshade. It's not the all black. Like most table lamps is like all black metal. The shade is black metal as well. This is like a white. I'll show you again. Maybe you missed it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because it's all lit up. Let me turn it off. You see? There we go. It's the white lampshade like that. And I just have it facing down just like that. And so I suggest getting the white lampshade, not the black metal, because I'm sure that will block the light and concentrate it in that one area going down. We don't want to concentrate it in one area. We want it to let the light flow. Let the light float in space. Let it float. Do you still have to apply to be a Cambly adult tutor first before kids and get invited? Yes. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know why they have it. They haven't made it to where you can just go straight to kids. And the reason why is because the way the platform is set up. If you're familiar with the Palfish platform, it's the same way. Like with Palfish, you have to be approved as a tutor. Like you have to be approved to be able to do free talk if you wanted to before you can apply to Palfish official kids. So once you're approved for the platform, then you can apply to teach the children. Cambly is the same way. You have to be approved to teach on the platform, then you can apply to teach the children. So the reason why they do it that way, and they haven't bypassed it yet, is because it's not separate. It's together. It's just together. And so when you open your schedule, you can open your schedule just for anybody to book, which is what I do. I open my schedule for anyone. So adults can book me, children can book me. It just whoever gets to it first, they can book me. Or you can say adults only, to where say you're approved to teach the children and you're like, for these time slots, I only want adults only. For these time slots, I only want kids only. Or you can be like me and be like, whoever, I don't care. Whoever books me, books me. That's what I do. I like to switch it up. So they don't have it to where you can just apply straight for the kids. You have to be approved on Cambly to teach in the regular platform, because once you're approved to teach, you can teach anyone. Anyone could message you. Anyone, when you open up your priority hours, anyone can book you. So if you do priority hours, they don't have it to where if you're an official kids teacher, only the kids will book you, unless if you overlap. You would have to overlap. It's just, I don't know. I hope I'm not confusing you because you're not on the platform, but it's like, if you want to teach specifically the children, you have to take an extra step within the platform to open your schedule just for the children. So they make you have to be approved for the platform in general before you can apply for the children's side. So I don't know. They said like earlier this year they were working on a way around that, but I think they're comfortable with the way it is right now. So there has not been a change. Online teacher dude. I ran into a bit of trouble with my live Go-Go Kid interview on YouTube as well. Oh, online teacher dude, you know what? I have, I don't know if you've seen mine. I have an online, I covered up the faces and everything. I did all of that. They have not, probably because I am a active contracted teacher on Go-Go Kid. I am on Go-Go Kid. I just don't open any slots. They even asked me to renew my contract, which I thought they would be like, you're fired. You never open slots. I'm just like, I open my slots where I know my time is going to be filled. I don't want to fall into trouble where I just put Go-Go Kid on this little box and put the lid on it and kind of tucked it away for later. But I have one on my page, so Mew TV, thank you so much for creating a Cambly tutor profile. We have received a lot of interest for the road. Unfortunately, you are unable to match your pro. Oh, so they did. They did get back to you. You found it? Due to a large volume of emails we receive, we will not be able to provide personalized feedback. Well, they do get, I will say they get a lot. So I think that's not going to help people grow when they don't apply personal feedback. But all right. So yeah, so you were not approved. You can reapply. Mm, they don't really give like a time period on how long you have to wait, but you can reapply. Maybe if you use a different email. I don't know. But you can reapply. You probably have to wait minimum 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Mickey says, can you please suggest some starter props that I should get to make my Cambly Kids classroom more interactive and enjoyable for the students? Yes, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my... Okay. My son was watching Mickey Mouse today, so he wanted to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, so I just had to. I'm sorry. But I would say a whiteboard. A whiteboard. Even though they can draw on the screen, you would be, I don't know how long you've been on Cambly Kids, but some of those kids, I'm going like this, draw, and I'm drawing as I do draw, and they're going like this on the camera too. So both of our fingers are just going like this into the camera. And so they, on the slides, they ask them to circle things, and I have some itty bitty ones, 4 and 5-year-olds that don't know how to circle. I've even tried to look up on another tab, Google Translate, and I'll look up how to say circle in their language, like Arabic. And I'm listening to the lady say circle. And so then I think I'm saying it right. So I'll say it, and I don't know. My pronunciation must be off. But a whiteboard will do wonders, where you can show them circling. I would say a whiteboard. I would say flashcards. You don't have to buy money. I wish I could buy some money. Like, I'll take $100 bill for 20, please. But yeah, you don't have to spend money on flashcards. I bought these at my local dollar store because they were cheap. They were $1. And so I got this at Dollar Tree, this at Dollar Tree, because it helps. Sometimes these kids, they're not going to stick to the slides. Sometimes you just have to review some things because they're not understanding the slides. So if you can create your own. Create your own. I'm trying to find my handmade. I have some handmade. I'm not going to find them because I want them. That's what it is. I want them, and so they are hiding. And then as soon as I'm done, it's going to be like sitting on my keyboard, like it's always been there the whole time. Like, aha, here I am. But, oh well. You can just make, like, if you have some index cards, or if you have a Dollar Tree or something, close by, you can make flashcards with shapes. Just something simple. These have shapes and colors. Because you'll have a lot of kids that don't know shapes, don't know colors. Parents would appreciate it. Even if they don't understand what's on the actual slide, they can learn something. Shapes, colors, alphabets, numbers. Make some slides or buy. This was $3. This was a $3 investment. $1, $2, $3 at my local Dollar Tree. I don't know what you have by you. You can make them. You can buy them, but I would definitely, hands down, suggest making some flashcards, and then have a stuffed animal for the little ones. You don't have to have a puppet like I do. I love puppets, so I have mini puppets. Have like a stuffed friend, 1 or 2, and have the stuffed friend say something. Like I have Poppy, because the Trolls World Tour. I've had Poppy for ages, so I busted her back out when Trolls World Tour came out. So Poppy comes, she's like, yeah, I want to sing. And so she'll sing and stuff like that. And have a stuffed animal friend. You don't have to have a bunch like I do. I have a problem You're gonna have one. You can have one go-to friend, and you'll be known for that friend. And they'll ask for it. I want to see. Blue. I want to see the bird. I want to see Poppy. Or they ask for the dog. A lot of my boys ask, I want to see the puppy. And so on one of the platforms I'm on, we do Oxford Reading Tree, and Floppy is the name of the dog. And he's yellow, and he looks just like Floppy. And so if you have a stuffed animal, some type of stuffed animal, you can do a sock puppet. Not everybody has like a children like I do. You know, I just have a bunch of kids, nieces, nephews. I have options. You can make a sock puppet and give it a personality. So many kids like this clapper. Yeah, you did awesome. They like the clapper. Yes, I have the hand, but the clapper can do it. And they like it. And then you'd be surprised how many kids go run and grab their clapper. And then you're doing like bubbles. I'm all about low cost entertainment. Bubbles. I have emoji pins. I actually bought a pack of pins from Walmart. They were just empty pins. I don't even know how to take it apart. But I just kind of printed off some little emoji faces and put them in here and popped it on. And so I'll stick the pins. Sometimes I'll wear a baseball cap and I'll stick the pins in there like, yeah, look, how many do you have? Things like that. I hope I gave you some ideas. There's a lot of things you can do. So I hope I kind of gave you some ideas on maybe things you already have that you can bust in to the room. I mean, I'm one of those people, I can make anything into a toy. I can turn this into a toy. Okay. Have you seen, let's see, how can I? Oh, you know have you seen the water bottle challenge? This would be like for the older kids. Now, you know how like, I think maybe you have a little bit more fluid and you flip it and you try to see if, if you can make it land on, you try to make it land on the cap. So you can do that. Like, okay, if you can get this right, we're going to do a water bottle flip. That can be for the older kids, 10-year-old, 10, 12. I hope you guys, I have a lot of kids in my family. So I just make stuff up. I hope that helped you. Mickey. Okay, good. Maybe I need to do another video. I totally just made this up. I mean, I didn't make it up. Obviously, it's been around, but I've never done it in class before. So I just gave myself an idea. Maybe with some of my 10 or 12-year-olds, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to try the water bottle flip. They're going to get a kick out of it. I just hope, I don't know. Parents might be like, you got my kid flipping water bottles. Like, hey, take that up with the kid. Hey, if the rule is no flipping water bottles, tell them they only get to watch me do it. I don't know. But I just gave myself an idea. I think I'm going to try it with some of my pre-teens or teenagers even. TL, when I teach in the corner, I look orange. When I teach in front of a flat wall, I am not orange. Yeah, it's probably the way the light is bent, maybe. Maybe it's your wall color. I don't know. My walls are blue. I don't know if you can see that the walls are blue. My walls are like a periwinkle color. So if your walls are like an eggshell, like an eggshell white, like an off-white, not like a radiant white, and then it's reflecting off of you. I don't know what your skin color is, but it could kind of, because in some lighting, I look green. Like, ew. I look like Hulk smash. Where is my Hulk? Where's my Hulk? I was playing with him. Oh, here he is. Yeah. I love to play with this little dude. I look like him in some lighting. Hulk smash! And so I'm just like, dude, I have like a green, sicky complexion color. What's it called? Fluorescent lights. In fluorescent lighting, I look greenish. So it could be Check your lighting. Don't use the soft bulbs. Use more of a white lighting, not the soft. The soft yellow light, it I don't like it for, I mean, I love it for like my living room. It creates like a calming ambiance. But for my teaching room, no. It has to look like sunshine in here. Miss Tama, you were typing while speaking during a session. Is it a translation thing? Sometimes just as a courtesy, I just type what I say, like not word for word, because that would be ridiculous. But I'd be one of those people in the courthouse. So I'm just, and then he said, and then she said. But I type like key sentences because a lot of the learners can read it better than they can comprehend it when they hear it. But when I say it or I ask them a question and then I type it, then they're like, oh, okay. And so then they're able to connect it. They connect what they hear and what they see. And they're like, oh, okay. So it kind of helps them. So I do that as like a personal service. It's not anything required. I've just found that it's helpful. Just like with me in Spanish, I can read it a whole lot better than I can speak it because I forget the words. But when I read it, then I'm like, oh, I know that word. Okay, I know what they're saying. Okay, I know that word, and that word, but I don't know that word. But so I kind of get that when I'm trying to learn Spanish. So that's just something I do. Another thing when I'm typing, if they're talking and they make a mistake, like a grammatical mistake, or they mispronounce a word, I don't want to just cut them off and be like, and they're having a whole conversation. I don't want to forget what they said, and then at the end go back to the beginning of the conversation. When you said this, it's really this. So as they're talking, I just kind of type a correction, and I just keep going. And I can see they'll look and read it, and sometimes they'll acknowledge it, like, oh, okay. Sometimes they won't, and that's okay. I typed it. I don't have to bring it to light. They saw it. I saw them read it. And the sessions are recorded. We can't see the recorded sessions because it doesn't matter if we can see the recorded sessions. Cambly doesn't care. But they have it available for the student. So the sessions are recorded and the student can go back. They can watch the classroom again and they can look at the notes. So then they can see, oh, that's where I messed up. They can look at the conversation and practice again if they wanted to. They can look at the conversation as many times as they want to. So I just type it. I hope that helped you. That was a really long conversation a very long explanation that I just gave. Lo, my home office is so dark. I need to brighten it up. I will check it out. Okay. Yeah. But the lamp was like $15. The bulb was $8, $10, $30. And it's been going strong for almost a year now, a $30 investment. So depending on how dark your area is, I say, hey, look into it and getting a lamp like that. Good TPR about the lights. Yes, you like that. They emailed me back. I took mine down, then I put it back up. Whoops, the faces are covered. Oh, okay. So the first time the faces weren't covered. Maybe that's what it was. You said names are muted and watermarks on the slides. Well, I didn't put no. Now, I didn't mute the names when I said it, but it's covered. Like, you don't see the name. Because you know how on GoGo Kid, how they have like they have letters. Like, I'm LaShundra KZ, I think. I don't remember. I got to look at it. But you know how they have their stage name and then the 2 letters afterwards, identifying letters. I covered all that up, but I didn't mute it when I said it. And there were no watermarks on the slides. But the faces were covered. The name was covered. The slides were shown. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, Mickey, hey. You like being so fine, Mickey? Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. TL, terrific ideas. Sunflower forever. Hello, hello. Okay, Mickey, I'm glad it helped you out. TL, the corner was dark blue. Ooh, dark blue. Yeah, it was doing some color blending there. It was making its own little color hue out of you. Hugh, you, that rhymed. Miss Tama. Okay, interesting. So you're typing in English. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm typing in English. Now they do have where you can translate it within the chat box. They do have where, say if I'm saying something and they look like confused, then I can just type it into they have a translation box built in, and I can translate a word or translate that sentence, and they're like, oh, okay. So I could do that, but I only do that if they look completely confused and I don't know how else to explain it to them. All right. Well, it looks like the comments have slowed down. Oh, thank you guys for joining me. I think at one point we got to 20. Ooh, 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 ooh. You guys, the thumbs up really help because it tells YouTube that I did a good job and you guys like me. Then they'll suggest my videos to other people. So thank you for being here with me tonight. I can't believe I've been on for an hour and 35 minutes and it's already 10:11 p.m. in Oklahoma. 10:11 p.m. I'm probably going to stay up to 2 a.m. I'm a night owl. And I have to teach in the morning. I think my first class. Oh, I have to look at my first class. Oh, Lord Jesus, please tell me it doesn't start until 6 a.m. I took like the longest nap today because after we were cleaning and all that stuff, I was like, Mommy needs a nap. And I'm wired. Can you tell? Can you tell? I haven't even had my caffeine yet because I drank decaf coffee, even though it has a little smidge. I'm wired. I think I'm going to go in there and get me a Pepsi, get me some Netflix, and I'm going to chill, have me some mommy time in my room. Yeah. And then I'm going to take me like a 3-hour nap and wake up and teach. I'm insane. I know. I might even work on my book. You guys, I'm still working on the teacher book. I've been slacking. I'm sorry. Like, you know, this whole virus thing has hit people in different ways. For me, it made me like extremely lazy because my children are always in my face, like, Mom, 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 tattling and asking for stuff. So then when they're not doing that, I just want to be like, I'm just going to do nothing right now. I'm going to lay out and do absolutely nothing. So I have slacked. I have missed what I said was going to be my projected deadline, but I'm almost finished. I think you guys will like the end result. I think you guys will like it. Thank you guys. What's taking the longest is adding the resources because I want to put teacher resources. I don't just want to have it be a how-to book. This is how I do it. You do it too. The end. I want to put some teacher resources in there for you. Like when I say teacher resources, I mean like where you can like copy and be like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to make copies and put this in my classroom. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me today for this whole 1 hour and 40 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're at 13. And maybe if I was on live more, then I wouldn't have to be on here for almost 2 hours because you guys will see me all the time. So Carla, hang in there. You got this 5 minutes a day working on. You know what? It's been, and that's pretty much what it's been 5-10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm in the groove. I'm in the zone. Mom. Yes. Ayani called me a poo-poo head. I'm like, really? Come on. Then I have to bring everybody in for an intervention on name calling. And then my focus is done. Now mommy wants to watch a movie. I want a Pepsi. I want you guys to just get out my room. So I'm going to get it out. I'm going to get it out. I'm glad I caught you alive. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Tama. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Mwah, mwah. Love, love, love. All right, you guys. I'll see you next time. TTFN.